That was very weirdly worded.
Could I have a motion, please, to close private session?
Moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I'd like to call the June, hello. That year went fast, didn't it? October
Somebody got
17th,
that right.
2016 meeting to order. Adequate notice of this meeting was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon on January 5th, 2016, and by posting the notice in the Forked River Post Office and the Lenoka Harbor Post Office, and by filing a copy of the notice with the Lacey Township Clerk as required by the Open Public Meeting Law. Could you please stand and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, page 23, please. Can I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the agenda meeting held on September 19th, 2016?
Move.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mrs. Downing.
Yes. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the private session?
Move.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mrs. Downing.
Yes. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the regular meeting and the appropriate attachments held on September 19th, 2016?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr.
Yes.
Saletti. Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mrs. Downing.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to student representative comments. Who would like to go first tonight?
Kylie will.
Okay, thank you.
So for our agenda for the last month, October 7th was a new student breakfast, and it was a huge success. We wanted to thank SGA students for participating in that. Homecoming is this week, so October 11th through 13th, we sold tickets for $20, and the 18th through the 21st was for $25. And this week, October 17th through 21st, is Spirit Week. Today on Monday was grade colors. Seniors were purple, juniors were orange, sophomores were yellow, and freshmen were white. Tuesday is flannel day. Wednesday is pretty in pink or handsome in blue for Cancer Awareness Day. Thursday is Navy Nation. Friday is Lacey School Spirit. And Spirit Week activities are penny wars and banners. October 15th, Homecoming Decoration Day was a huge success, and we wanted to also thank all of the students who came out for that. October 21st is homecoming setup at 1:45 p.m. right after school. On October 22nd is homecoming. At 1 p.m. is the football game, and 7 p.m. is a dance. And October 23rd is homecoming cleanup to be completed by the freshmen and the sophomores.
Thank you.
We have Navy Nation t-shirts that are being sold for $10. They are white for our whiteout game on Saturday, and it's a great way to show your Lacey pride if you're interested in buying one. We have a winter formal for freshmen and sophomores. It's December 2nd at 7 p.m. They are allowed to bring current LTHS students as dates, no graduates or outside guests. Admission is $15 and will be sold November 21st and 22nd, and for $20 on November 29th and December 1st. The next student government meeting is November 9th. On November 11th, SGA representatives will be going to the Veterans Day ceremony at 11 a.m. outside the town hall. SGA is currently working on Battle of the Classes for the second year. It will be in December, and hope to build upon the success from last year and continue to raise school spirit.
Thank you. Do we have
Can Joseph Nagy please join me down here? This is the Matthew Blum Unsung Hero Award for October 2016, Joseph Nagy. October's unsung hero is a very dedicated student, Joseph Nagy. Joseph challenges himself by taking some of the most rigorous classes Lacey has to offer. He is a part of the STEM Academy and is currently taking multiple AP classes. He is currently the valedictorian of his class, earning a GPA of 4.64. Joe has been a member in several clubs, including the robotics team, physics club, ADA, and SGA. He was inducted into National Honor Society last school year for his character and academic excellence, and he is also co-captain of the math team. This month's unsung hero has also been a member of the men's volleyball team throughout his years in high school. His success has not gone unnoticed over the years. Joseph and his teammates were sent to the 2016 National Sea Perch Competition, where they received second place in the open class division. His science fair project has also earned him second place in Lacey's science fair competition during his junior year of high school. His dedication spreads out of the school and academics as well, for he is currently an employee at Staples. This month's unsung hero has strong character and takes pride in his school and abilities. He is one of the most hardworking students in Lacey Township High School. For these reasons, this month's unsung hero is Joseph Nagy.
Mr. and Mrs. Nagy, you guys stand up and be recognized.
Okay.
All right. Before I provide my report, I want to introduce Mr. Brandis, high school principal, to present our high school students of the month.
Good evening. Thank you for having me here again to be able to present our Seniors of the Month for October. I'd like to invite down Will Rapsis, our October Male Senior of the Month, to join me and celebrate his accomplishments. Congratulations, Will. Hi, we're back with Will Rapsis, who is October Senior of the Month. Again, I'm Mr. Brandis. I'm here to congratulate him, and we're excited for him to be presented by Taylor Risley and celebrated in his accomplishments. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Taylor Risley. I'm here with the Male October Student of the Month, Will Rapsis. How does it make you feel being chosen as Student of the Month, Will?
It makes me feel honored to be chosen.
That's great. It's a very great accomplishment. Which activities do you take part in inside and outside of school?
There's a lot. A few of them would be I'm president of NHS, and I'm very involved with Boy Scouts of Troop 56. I'm an Eagle Scout. I also have my own outside of school band. I work, I participate in jazz band, and I run cross country and track for the high school.
Oh, sounds like you're very busy. Which LTHS teacher would you say has had the biggest impact on your life?
There's quite a few. It's kind of hard to say one. A few of them could be Mr. Fritz, Mr. Geiger, Mrs. Soto. They're all great teachers, and they're just a few of many amazing ones that we have throughout school that not only impact me, but all the other students as well.
I think that Will is a wonderful choice for Student of the Month. He is determined. He also possesses intellectual curiosity, which you don't see that often from a student. He is also one of the hardest working students I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Congratulations, Will.
What are your plans for the future?
I want to go into the military through college, and I want to participate in JAG unit. So I want to do a double major in history and political science, and afterwards either go into politics or become a teacher.
Oh, sounds like you really know what you want. Congratulations, and I wish you luck in all of that. For WLTS and Will Rapsis, I'm Taylor Risley.
We want to congratulate you on Senior of the Month and thank you for serving our country. Congratulations.
I'd also like to recognize Mr. and Mrs. Rapsis and their accomplishments with their sons, so please give them a round of applause. I'd like to now call up the female October Senior of the Month, our Jacqueline Frazee. Congratulations, Jacqueline. principal of Lacey Township High School, and we're here to celebrate Jacqueline Frazee as being October's Senior of the Month, and she will be presented and celebrated by Evan Olwani.
Hi, I'm Evan Olwani, alongside Jacqueline Frazee, the October Female Student of the Month. How are you, Jacqueline?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So let's talk a little bit about yourself. What clubs are you involved in within the school?
I am the student government president. I am in NHS, FBLA, DECA, and Consumer Bowl.
I seem pretty busy. Outside of school, what organizations are you a part of?
I competitively dance, I play piano, and I work.
I don't know how you have time for all that, but that's crazy. In school, what teacher has the biggest impact on you so far?
That's a hard question. There are so many teachers here that have left an impact on me. I would say the most notable would be Mr. Kuzan for always being a challenging teacher and making me think, but also being able to give me life advice when I needed it.
I think Jacqueline makes a great Student of the Month is because she's just 100% committed to everything she does, whether she's doing school-wide pep rally, or she's trying to get our lip sync battle together, or she's creating a poster. It doesn't matter. She puts all her effort into it, and it's always the best. She's been working so hard to bring the spirit back into the school, and just works hard in everything she does. And you know, someday I'm hoping I can be a Jacqueline Frazee.
When you go to college, what do you like to study?
I'm going to study business administration with a concentration in management.
Do you have any college you picked out so far?
I do. I am applying to Villanova and George Washington University.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with all that, and congratulations, Senior of the Month.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Education, Mr. Clark, Board of College and
I'd also like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Frazee. If they're with us tonight, please stand and be recognized. At this time, I'd like to call down Victoria Lardo, our Senior Vocational Student of the Month, and celebrate her accomplishments. Congratulations. Hello, this is Greg Brandis, principal of Lacey Township High School. I'm sitting here with Victoria Alardo, the October Vocational Senior of the Month, and also Michael McClung, who's going to be interviewing her and celebrating her accomplishments. Thank you.
I'm Mike McClung here with October Vocational Senior of the Month, Victoria Lara. So Victoria, you want to tell us about what you do?
I go to vocational school for cosmetology
You want to talk about why you like it a little bit?
because it's my passion and I'm really good at it. It's the one thing I do really well in.
Good. So do you want to talk a little bit maybe about what you want to do after high school? Do you plan on doing college or just going right into the field?
I plan to go to OCC and do my 2-year degree there and then maybe transfer to another college. But for right now, I want to get a business degree to open up my own salon after that.
That's awesome. So do you do anything other than this cosmetology, maybe sport or something?
I play tennis. We're doing pretty good. We were hoping to win East South this year.
That was pretty modest. You want to tell everybody your record?
13-3 right now.
All right, that's great. So best of luck with tennis and everything going forward. Congratulations. For WLTS TV 21, I'm Michael McClung.
Victoria, on behalf of the entire Board of Education, we want to congratulate you as Vocational Senior of the Month. I'm trying to hide my nails so you can see them because they're a mess. Congratulations.
I'd like to also congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Alardo as well on their daughter's accomplishments. Thank you.
I'd like to once again, recognize our Students of the Month. And as much as Humble Pie is Apples don't fall far from the tree, and sometimes it's, you don't want to hear the accolades about your children, but you deserve it because the parents have done a great job raising them amongst, some difficult times and challenges. And to see how busy they are, I can relate a little bit to busy schedules with my young guys, but it's incredible to see the amount of work and activity that they're involved in. So it's really an applaud to you to keep them busy and productive and highly successful. So I look forward to their names and lights one day, famous, and be showcasing them again maybe here in the future. So thank you. I just want to briefly go through a couple things. If you have the opportunity online, the wonderful cover is now and it's for the Week of Respect highlighted in the principals and the superintendent's report online, which is posted there now. But just a couple points of highlighted there, each of the buildings. The Week of Respect is important. There's also Violence and Vandalism Week. That's all in October. I got rid of the name Violence and Vandalism Week, and I transitioned it to Peace Week because we don't need to be even mentioning the violence part of it, so it kind of changes the atmosphere. But at the Forked River School, the guidance counselor, Ms. Cataline, really did a great job facilitating lessons focused on developmentally appropriate, authentic literature, dealing with students' feelings, sportsmanship, family, and more. So the lessons were very focused and were also reflective of our responsive classroom activities, also conducted through the teachers throughout the day, the week. And our Character Ed program carried the same themes at Cedar Creek. And I wish I'd seen this. The fourth grade Cubby Club has started the work on creating flyers and posters for the 105.7, the Hawks Ocean of Love Billboard Radiothon. This is a special event taking place the 17th to 21st to raise money for Ocean County children with cancer and their families. It's a great opportunity for our students to share with the community their awareness of how childhood cancer affects others, and also that developing that sense of empathy at a younger age. I think it's a great first step. At Lenoka Harbor, my favorite all the times when they get to enjoy the fire trucks. Working with Fire Safety Week, they were able to attend the Community Medical Center's mobile firehouse, and they went through the safety activities at the end of September. It's a 2-story mobile house that they get to experience and walk through, and they learn about fire safety and a realistic experience. So the students leave with a sense, a knowledge of escape drills for a 2-story house, how to dial 911 correctly, recognizing outfitted firefighters and their friends and not be afraid of them and run, recognize the sound of smoke alarms, feeling a closed door for heat and scalding tap water, how it can burn you, and also how to plan and practice an escape for them and their families. And when they come home and they ask their parents, what's our escape route, Mom, Dad? Out on the second floor, and those discussions are really good to have as a family, and we appreciate our firefighters and community supporting that. At Mill Pond, the preschool, which I love to go over to. If you're ever having a bad day, go to preschool, because it's a wonderful atmosphere. They're very excited to start the school year up, and they're very active in regard to learning daily routines and rules, and we still do that as adults. But they're learning at a young age routines and roles. They're also looking at the month of October, because October is fall and autumn, the season of autumn that they're learning about through Columbus Day and Halloween. They also recently participated in the trip down to Arthur's Farm, where they experienced the natural world in many ways through social, ecological, and economic importance in their lives, experiencing it live on the farm itself, which was a great experience for them. In the middle school, PRIDE, and there's always different acronyms for PRIDE. I like this one, personal recognition for individual dedicated effort. That's the program of recognition at the middle school for their Students of the Month. Students nominated each month, showing a dedication to their studies and also to their social interactions and appropriate behavior and being leaders and role models in their school. So I would like to mention those that were commended by Mr. King at the middle school as principal, and they were 7th grade Victoria Tori Bailey, 7th grade Ryan Connor, 8th grade Sophia Leiter, and grade 8 Michael O'Sullivan. So they were our middle school Students of the Month, and that's one of the points of pride from the middle school coming out. At the high school, which is a busy place, The concept of the Navy Nation is moving forward with some support, and it's establishing itself as a spirited organization showcasing upstanding student behavior and promoting a positive school spirit. And as Jacqueline said, they're selling the whiteout T-shirts for the homecoming game, which I think is a great move. In addition to that, we're showcasing, Mr. Brandis is now showcasing some of the teachers' achievements. He has 2 staff members, Michael Pierce and Rebecca Boyce, who are his LTHS featured teachers. Their videos are now online under the hashtag LaceyPop, which we're continuing to use to promote positive, which you'll see is becoming more and more prevalent. Overwhelming numbers of teachers and have volunteered to continue the collaboration at the high school for specific committees to improve school climate, curriculum instruction, and community outreach, and to reach out to our students that may be at risk. So there's a lot going on at the high school. I'm hearing a lot of good positive energy out of there, and I want to keep this momentum going forward. Also like to congratulate 36 students inducted into the International Thespian Society. That's a huge number for our theater arts. That's a large number to get into that society, so I think that's quite an accomplishment for that number of students too. One thing that I did share that was out on the counter there is a communication chart. I'd like to thank Dr. Clark. Before I even arrived in Lacey, I was like, how do I get answers? And I couldn't find real clear pathways. So she was right on board and the same page with me, and we developed kind of a chain of command. So if I have a problem, this is where I go. And I think that's important that for parents in the community and for our students to know if I have an appeal, I have an issue, this is the flow of information that I'm going to follow. I think it's important in this day and age. Everyone wants the buck to stop here, and I'm going to get the answer, and they run into the superintendent's office. And I experienced this as a principal. I wasn't allowed to do my job, and I was pretty good at putting out fires and solving problems. But it took some time to change that. Well, this really helps parents and people find the route to get answers to their questions. We want to help people, not cut them off. So rather than people come in and pose their concerns right to the superintendent, before vetting through the teacher, the coach, the advisor, the vice principal, the director, the assistant superintendent, they won't get the answer from me, so they're going to be directed back there. And that's unfortunate sometimes, and that's we have to change the culture. The important part of that is this. If I'm the superintendent and someone comes in, my bus was late 5 times in a row, you fix it, it's your job, you're responsible. They just lost every appeal in due process because I am the last level before the board. The other part is I don't have the bus people permitted to even address the situation and solve the problem. So this in place is really going to help people that are having an issue or just want to find out good information. When are these things going on in the counseling office? When are we going to be, when are report cards coming out? Those questions that need to be answered frequently. Now you have a place to go. So there's a link in many places on the website. There's some hard copies I left out front here, and I think this is going to be a definite plus to everyone moving forward. That's really what I had for the most part for my presentation. And thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Mr. George?
Sure.
Are you going to do
Boot camp.
Yes, ma'am.
all right? Let's do it.
Back to boot camp. The boot camp.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. DeGeorge's College of Budgetary Knowledge. Nothing quite like the thrill and excitement of public school district budgeting, is there? No fear, though, because in case you fall asleep, this Part 2 will join Part 1 on the district website. In addition, the combined 2 DVD set will be available at your local pharmacy on the shelf next to other sleep aids. So, before we go to Part 2, it's always helpful to look back and see what we covered in the exciting Part 1. And we talked that budgeting is a 12-month process. It's not a long weekend where the BA goes in with his favorite beverage and comes out on a Monday morning with a budget. It's a 12-month process. We defined some terms. We said it was a very simple but important 3-step process. And we talked about the board's very important role in the process. So part two, once we've created the budget, we have to spend a really long time, month after month, managing the budget. And so there are several things that we do. We talk about ongoing oversight, daily reviews, line-item transfers, things you're going to see on a typical monthly Board of Education agenda. There are annual reviews, such as the dreaded annual audit, which we're just about finishing up now. So let's talk a little bit in detail about the ongoing oversight. Everything we do in purchasing is governed by a whole set of laws. And here they are, in case you get bored and you want to look those up. Every day in, day out, the business office really does a very detailed review of everything that we get, every request we get to purchase something. And we prepare a purchasing manual. We just had our annual purchasing training workshop for our district administrators and their staffs. Line item transfers, you'll see that on, again, every single Board of Education agenda. It's also governed by law, what isn't. 2 facts about budgeting. Fact 1, the budget is a plan. Fact 2, plans change. The best that we can do to work together with the board and the administration of our district to put together a budget, but sometimes things change. List of bills. We too have our share, and you'll see again on every single Board of Education agenda, including this evening, we'll ask the board to approve the bills that we owe. Again, law, in case you are interested. There's a process. We appropriate something that is, we have a plan for it, we lock it up legally by encumbering it, we make the expenditure on the good or the service that we want, we include it, as tonight, on the list of bills, the board approves it, and we pay it. S-1701, it's an old law, but basically it's monthly financial reporting. Again, you'll see it on each and every Board of Education agenda. And there are, again, some law, in case you're interested. And this is what it is. It's a report of the board secretary, a report of the treasurer that reconciles with the board secretary. Well, it's good to know. Something, the rocket took off. That's good to know. Thank you for that.
It's about the law. Sorry.
It's awesome. So can we put that on the screen? Any chance we can get that up there?
I could do that.
Well, this has got to be more exciting. I'm losing the board. How do you like that? That's awesome. This is awesome. Can't make this stuff up, folks. So between the time that we present everything for the board's approval, month after month, we are analyzing our cash flow. That is the amount of cash we have on hand to hopefully meet our current expenses. Why do we do it? Liquidity. We want to remain solvent. And we need flexibility. And because, as I said, things change, and we have to be able to respond to those changes. Discussions, monthly, weekly, annually. We talk about with the budget managers, like how is it going? We created a plan for your department or your school. How are we doing with that plan? What do you think we need to do to change it? And then the annual review, which we spoke about. We're just about to complete our annual audit. Gee, there's a law. What a shock. And there are generally accepted auditing standards. Everything is governed and regulated. And then, of course, this is a federal issue as well. It has to be performed by a licensed accountant. There is a regulated audit program. And the end result is a financial report, an annual report called the CAFR. As in the creation of the budget, the board has a huge role in managing the budget. They have to be smart enough to hire and rely on financial experts, such as we in the business office. the auditors. They have to understand the different means that we in central office use to manage the budget. They have to review and approve every monthly report. And they have to review and approve the audit. And they have to be informed by us constantly on budgetary issues throughout the year. Hard to believe, but we've reached the end of part 2. You have now graduated from Mr. DeGeorge's College of Budgetary Knowledge. Congratulate yourself. If there are any questions, I can't imagine it, I would be happy to take them. Oh boy.
Will the public be informed through the process so that we'll know what timeline we're following, you know, when the next presentation is, when the public meetings are? Talk to them about that.
Sure, happy to do it. Well, we've gone through the past couple of months, last month and this month, we've gone through a very public discussion of how we create and manage a school district budget. That's critical, that you know how it is we do that, that it's not magic. It's a very concerted and dedicated process that we all take very seriously. Throughout the next few months, we'll be asking the board to have some conversations publicly about where we are with certain very weighty budget issues that we're going to have to deal with. In the March-April timeframe, the board will be presented with and asked to approve a tentative budget for submission to the county office and the state. And in the May timeframe, April-May timeframe, we'll be talking about how that tentative budget may change depending upon how much state aid we actually get versus what we think we're going to get. And then at the end of that, the board will be asked to approve and submit to the county a final budget. All that should be happening in the next few months. So I know you can't wait, neither can I, but we'll take you through this whole thing together, step by step. Does that help, Mr. Wigley?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much, everyone.
That's what I was going to read tonight.
Yeah.
So I can add.
It's funny. No, you haven't. You're not good. You're not good.
Before we move on, just want to also remind the public that's here that tomorrow night we pushed out an advertisement to attend a public meeting on the strategic plan year 1. So that last word, plan, again, plans are made to adapt and change. So there'll be discussion in this room tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and maybe some breakout discussions on each of the committees. But I think it's a good time to revisit the plan. It was adopted last year, but the landscape has changed a little bit. There's a lot of new faces involved. I think it'll be a good time to review and move forward if there's going to be some adaptations to that as we move. So that's a good thing. The other part of that is I sent it home personally in a phone call and an email because I was attempting to capture more data back from parents for emergencies and just regular notifications. Emails are still, even though I get 60 a day, I read them. And I think most parents still read their email, especially if it's coming from the school. So it's a good way to communicate. So we're trying to capture more of those, and also the phone messages that went out. So I sent the message, so update either if you didn't receive the message, or check your junk or spam folder, because that's where it goes sometimes. But that's the end of my report, but we'll see you tomorrow night too.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wigley. And thank you, Mr. DeGeorge, for your inspiring workshop. Thank you. At this time, if our students would like to leave, I know you have a lot of homework, you're tired, so you may, if anyone else, before we do public comments, feel free at this time. If you're welcome to stay, but in case you have to get home, I understand.
So Frank, you don't want to hang out?
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. I got it.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to open the floor to public comments. If anyone has a comment, please state your name and address. Is there anyone? Seeing none, we'll move on to board comments. Mrs. DeSenza, would you like to start?
Sure.
For some reason, I can't see down there
All
tonight.
right.
Thank you, Mrs. Sure. Thank you,
Congratulations to our Students of the Month, Will Rapsis, Jackie Frazee, and VOTEC Student of the Month, Victoria Lotto, and unsung hero, Joseph Nagy. I stopped by the back-to-school nights at Mill Pond, Cedar Creek, and the middle school. All were very well attended, and the schools look fabulous. Thank you to all custodial and ground staff for making that possible. There was a great time at the Apple Festival in spite of the rain. I'd like to thank all the student volunteers, the band, the color guard staff, and administration for attending. Thanks to the high school PTSA for sponsoring another successful mother-son bingo night this past Saturday. The guidance department is featuring a college financial workshop information event for high school parents on November 1st. It will be from 7 to 9 p.m. in the high school lecture hall. Ray Murphy from Solutions for College Funding will be speaking about various opportunities to pay for college and how to apply. As I've mentioned in the past, SAT scores are a key factor in helping obtain big money for scholarships. Don't miss this opportunity for free information about college financing. All high school parents are welcome to attend. It's never too early to plan for college. Tomorrow night, as was mentioned, the strategic plan meeting is here at the high school at 6 p.m. And for the public's knowledge, the cost of benefits this month was $1,107,641.34, and that figure can be found on page 53 of the current agenda. And thank you, everyone, for coming here tonight.
Thank you, Mrs. DeSenza. Mrs. McAvoy? Let's
Yes,
just move right
hello.
down the line.
I'm going to be quite lengthy tonight. I'm sorry, but Mr. Claus told me I could use up his time. My ongoing spotlight on graduates from the high school tonight, I'd like to showcase Alyssa Iapico. She graduated 2009 from the high school. After speaking with Alyssa today, she feels that the values and the qualities instilled on her by the teachers here in Lacey allowed her the opportunity to attend Drew University. She graduated in 2013 from Drew with a bachelor's in sociology and elementary ed. At Drew, she was awarded the Alan Ware Rhodes Prize for Excellence in Academics. Alyssa is presently in her 4th year teaching preschool disabled at Mill Pond School. Presently, Alyssa is cheerleading coach at the high school. She will receive her master's in December. Alyssa is very appreciative of her 13 years here in Lacey. And this was cute that she added at the end. She hopes that one day one of her students that she's teaching in the preschool disability class will one day be in her position and be the spotlight on graduates here at the high school. And my next spotlight is something different. It's a spotlight on a retired Board of Education member who served for many, many years, Jack Martinak. He was recently awarded the Navy Meritorious Civilian Award. It is awarded to Navy employees for service or contributions resulting in high value or benefit to the Department of Navy. This award is the 3rd highest Navy civilian award. So congratulations to Mr. Martinak. Thursday, I attended the softball banquet, the softball awards ceremony here, the state ring and state jacket ceremony. It was a pleasure being there. I was invited by the softball parents. The girls received their rings and new jackets, and the pride shown by their families in the auditorium was incredible. And as I was leaving, I was humbled by all the parents who thanked me for attending. Practically all the parents were so happy that a board member was able to attend this exciting event. And I know Mr. Wigley will be honoring the state championship girls softball in November here at our board meeting to follow up on that. Mr. Wigley and I attended a task force meeting last week at the Municipal Alliance building. The task force and the high school together and the whole district will be sponsoring a Red Night Out in March. So you'll be getting more information on that. And the Municipal Alliance and the task force will be sponsoring Mr. Steve Willis. He's going to speak on drug abuse November 28th at the Lacey Library, and the whole community is involved. And Mr. Weekly and I also were speaking later about getting the schools more involved in the ongoing education and prevention of drugs. So hopefully we can talk more about that in curriculum policy, see how the schools can get more involved in drug prevention and education. Like Mr. Wigley was just saying, his superintendent's report is online, and so are all the committee meetings, finance, curriculum, and policy. Each month you can go on the website and you can read all the minutes. I would like to highlight some of the things that we spoke about at curriculum this month. There's a new AP payment structure. The parents that are involved to get notes home. We have continuing talks about dual enrollment here at the high school. If the courses should be weighed as 5.0 AP, the same as AP, we'll be discussing that again at curriculum. We discussed the SAT. We have an SAT boot camp here. For the high school students, it's free. So absolutely free. Encourage everyone to attend for the math and the language arts part of that. We discussed aftercare and before care, if we should outsource, go to the Y Kids or stay in-house, how it will affect the people presently are working, how it will affect our budget. Presently, we're losing about $12,000 a year, so we're discussing ways that we could possibly keep it in-house and support ourselves without taking a loss. So everyone has some really good ideas. Hopefully, Mrs. President Downing will get a committee together, a subcommittee to come up with some good ideas on how we can work on it and keep it in-house here in Lacey. And I just want to congratulate all the students of the months. Wonderful. Welcome our new future vice principal here at the high school after he gets passed in a few minutes. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you. Thanks for your time, Mr. Claus.
Mr. Claus?
Well, there's no time left, so no, it's just congratulations to the students of the month. And keep in mind, this weekend is homecoming. I hope the kids have a great time and everybody is smart and safe. That's it.
Thank you. Short and sweet. Mr. Sleddy.
Yes, thank you, President Downing. Just a congratulations to the seniors of the month, William, Jacqueline, and Victoria, our unsung hero, Joseph Nagy. Just a couple of things. Marching band this past weekend took third place in the Edison tournament. I don't know if anyone knew that or not. It was a tournament in Edison. I don't have the name of the tournament, but I know they took third in their division. Our junior Pee Wee girls cheer team placed first in the Jersey Shore AYC Championships. They earned a bid to Disneyland or Disney World. And I have to apologize to Mr. DeGeorge for interrupting his budget report with the rocket takeoff. I'm very sorry, Mr. DeGeorge. I want to make that public, and that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chiodano.
Thank you, President Downing. I want to recognize all our seniors of the month, Joseph, William, Victoria, and Jacqueline. I believe we have somebody entering the military or aspirations to enter the military, somebody wishing to attend Villanova University, a great school, and somebody who's actually looking to start their own cosmetology business. So, congratulations to all those students of the month, continuing to be role models for your fellow classmates. Again, I can't stress the importance of the strategic planning meeting. This is your opportunity as a member of the public, as parents of your children in this school district, to play a part in the path that we take as a district for the next 3 to 5 years. So I can't stress it enough. Come out tomorrow night, be part of it. This is your chance to have your voice heard. And also, as Mr. DeGeorge went over the budget process tonight, this is the opportunity where you get to weigh in on things that are important to you as this district goes out and begins to put the budget together for next year. So please come out and be heard. And finally, I believe this is the last board meeting before the most important day for not only our country, but for the Board of Education. I encourage all members of the community to get out and vote on November 8th. Very important election, so, you know, you have to get out there and cast your vote. So with that, I will conclude my comments.
Thank you. And very briefly, I just want to also congratulate Joseph, Jacqueline, William, and Victoria on their accomplishment as Student of the Month. With all the talent that is in this school, it's quite an accomplishment to have to stand up here in front of everyone at the board meeting, and congratulations. And I listened to their grade point averages, and wow, I can't imagine having it that high. Also, Mr. Brandis, I have to congratulate you in your short tenure here so far. I am hearing such positive comments from kids and teachers and parents about the school spirit that is coming from the high school. So I want hats off to you and your administrative team and all your teachers that have gotten on board to make Lacey High School even better than it was when you came. So thank you. The strategic plan, as Mr. Giordano said, is a very important night tomorrow night. Some of you participated in the 3 sessions last year, and tomorrow night it's a summary of where we are and where we're going. So I hope you can attend. And let me see if I got everything. I did. Oh, homecoming. I just want to wish everyone a happy homecoming, but please be safe, be careful. And one more thing, thank you to our fire departments for volunteering their time to come and teach our students about fire safety. We appreciate it. It's people like you that make this town as great as it is, so thank you. At that point, we'll move on to new business. Everybody ready? Okay, page 25, items A through P, and we're going to table E. Could I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes on all except on A. I have 36 exceptions, and I will be emailing the list tomorrow, but I will read them now. 950-730, 538-175, 952670, 952905, 953089, 950330, 952788, 514230, 952749, 952970, 516775, 951133, 950948, 953088, 952005, 952906, 951832, 952135, 950642, 949597, 534600, 950937, 952243, 539350, 952494, 953087, 952907, 260527, 953086, 952671, 952467, 951010, 952004, 952904, 533300, 952039. Thank you.
You get that, Mr. Fritz?
Absolutely.
You wrote them all down?
Nope.
I'm gonna
She's gonna
email it.
Oh, gotcha.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr.
I know you got me down. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Downey?
Yes. Part 2, item 2, donations on page 29. Please bear with me. We'd like to acknowledge all the donations. From Richard Zeller to the district, a donation of backpacks for students throughout the district, 108 backpacks for a total of $540. At Cedar Creek, we have 2 donations from Lynn Carino, donation to Elaine Carino's courtyard of $100. Mark Giaforcaro, a Pile Audio Wireless PA system worth $300. At Forker River School, we have Brenda Kamaligan, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, 24 children's books for a donation of $293. Regina DeSenza, 2 classroom globes, 1 student dictionary, 1 outdoor flag, 4 children's books and art supplies for an amount of $155. The Women's Club of Forked River, Tuna Club, School supplies for $125. At Lenoka Harbor, we have AAA Mid-Atlantic, who donated safety belts for the safety patrol with badges, 75 for $300. Alina Jackson donated a book, The Reason I Jumped, The Inner Voice of a 13-Year-Old Boy with Autism, worth $11. At Mill Pond, we have the Mill Pond PTA, who provided a staff breakfast to the staff for the amount of approximately $200. The Lacey Food Bank donated student backpacks, 2 of them, for a total of $60. At the middle school, we have Wawa coffee and pastries for $150. I think we provided that money, didn't we? We're always in there. Middle school PTC breakfast, donated a breakfast to the teachers and staff for $200 for a total donations of $2,434 on behalf of the entire Board of Education and the district. Thank you for your donations. Could I have a motion, please?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes, and thank you for your generosity.
Mr. Claus?
Yes, and thank you very much.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes, and thank you.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes, and thank you.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes, and thank you.
Mrs. Downing?
Yes. Item 3, page 30, item A. Could I have a motion for
Move.
student-teacher placement? Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes, with the exception of John Mahar in the spring of 2017,
Are you on item A?
right?
This is,
Did I skip a page?
Yeah, you skipped
Section
a
3.
page.
Section 3, right.
Section 3.
Programs and curriculum, student-teacher placements,
I skipped over a page.
page
Okay.
30. Are you on the right one?
Top of 30.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, are you abstaining from that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes to everyone who's standing from, or with the exception of that one. That's
okay,
enough.
gotcha.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell? Mrs. Downing?
Yes. Okay, item 4, professional days and workshops, quite a list. Could I have a title, a motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mrs. Downing?
Yes. Item 5, certificated personnel, items A through Q.
Move.
Second.
Mr. Wigley would like to, yes, let's wait till we get him, okay. Motion was Donna,
Yes.
second was,
Mr. Claus?
okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mrs. Downing?
Yes. Mr. Wigley?
Yes. The moment that we wait for as we're being appointed is to hear that roll call. I want to introduce first Mr. Brandis to introduce our 2 new administrators. First, Mr. Paul O'Neill, Supervisor of Special Education, 7 to 12, and then follow up with our new Assistant Principal at the high school, Mr. Timothy Dowd. Mr. Brandis? You had a
speech. No, just very briefly, very happy to promote within district Paul O'Neill as our department 7 through 12 special education supervisor. He's been a valuable asset to Lacey Township School District for a very long time, and he's certainly going to serve our staff and students very well as supervisor. So congratulations. And I'd also like to welcome to Lacey Township School District Tim Dowd as the assistant principal. I think he's prepared a couple words, and congratulations.
Just very briefly, I would like to say thank you to President Downing and the rest of the board for approving my position this evening. I'd also like to thank Mr. Wigley, Dr. Clark, and Mr. Brandis, in addition to the other selection committee members, for a really fantastic hiring process. Every time I talk to somebody about this district, every time I meet somebody new from this district, you can see the enthusiasm and the good energy that's here, and I can't wait to be a part of it. I want to come in and hit the ground running, so I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the board, congratulate both of you on your new positions and lots of luck.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Okay, let's move on to item, is that it? Oh, there it is, okay. Item 6, support non-certificated staff personnel. Items A through E. Could I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes, and I'll abstain on item B, not for conflict.
You? Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mrs. Downing?
Yes. Okay, are there any additional items to put on the agenda? Mr. Wiggly?
No.
Mr. George?
No,
Mr. Subson?
no, ma'am.
No? Okay. Seeing none, could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.